Hello everyone, welcome to another video where I will be going over my game from the what's known as the Twitter chess tournament. This is my game in round 1 against I believe he's called Matthew. Um, I believe he's called Matthew, but his title on or his username on Legion says chessbear88. So we played this uh, 30 minutes plus 15, so relatively slow game. Um, but it's not over the board. It was online on the Twitter chess tournament because that's our only option available these days due to the world in lockdown. Also, hope everyone is doing well in the lockdown. So the game started with e4, e6, d4, d5, and e5. Now this game is a very typical way this advanced French can go wrong for um, for people who play it only slightly. c5, c3, knight c6, knight f3. If you notice, so far the opening battle is all about this pawn or this d4 square, because once this falls, white center will collapse. This pawn will get eventually picked up. Um, so right now it's attacked twice and defended thrice. So that's good for white. So black will continue attacking it. And what I played is bishop d3. Bishop d3 is a fine opening move in this. It's also a pawn sacrifice, uh, or it can lead to a pawn sacrifice. But the idea is you are undefending your pawn, blocking you with the bishop. But if black gets greedy and starts taking it, black may think it's up a pawn and is threatening this with check. But then white has this check which is hitting the queen as well, and you can't do anything to defend your queen. So my opponent knew that and he did not fall for it. So after bishop d3 he went bishop d7. This way when I check him here it's already blocked, so he can just trade queens or just take the bishop for free. So he blocked. So I took on c5, he took it with the bishop. Now he's threatening the f pawn and I castled. Now this position is fine. He is eyeing this, he's eyeing this, but this is an opening position. It's known to be fine for white, and if your d pawn is gone, but you still have some space in the center, and if the knight lands on f6, f5, you usually take it or go g4, h4, and start attacking on the king side. Um, so this position is fine. But my opponent made a very typical mistake in this position. He went knight e7. Now knight e7 stops your bishop from going back. So I capitalized that by playing b5. And now if you see bishop is trapped, he can't go here or here or here. So the bishop is trapped. Now it's his decision on how to give up the bishop. Normally you'd see people taking this. I'll just show that on the board. So you get 2 pawns and you still have a bishop. This pawn is weak. I've actually played a game in this position and I drew, unfortunately, with white in a classical game. But that was before I knew how to play chess. But this should be winning. So my opponent took with the bishop and took with the queen. Again, this is very strange move. People take with the knight normally, hitting the bishop and stuff. Right now, remember, if you castle, I think I have bishop takes h7 also. This is another key point in advanced French. You normally have bishop takes h7. So I played a3, hitting his queen away. Queen b6, I develop my piece, knight. Now I'm just threatening rook b1. So I'm threatening to develop my piece with tempo, which is very nice in these. If you can take use of your initiative, you need to do it. So he played knight e6. He did not castle before because, again, as I said, I have bishop takes h7. So for example, castles, bishop h7, king takes h7, knight here. If king h5 is mating 2, king g8 is also bad. You need to go rook here, and I think this just loses. He has this knight here. But I think this position is no good. It's not mate, but sure it does lead to mate. So I have not analyzed this with the computer yet, but normally I'm already up a piece, so giving up my bishop for h7 pawn, I won't have thunk twice. So he went knight g6, and I attack his queen, queen c7, and again, if you see, all my pieces are coming in with tempo. So I played knight b5, had to move his queen, and now I played knight d6 check, which is a check, and it's hitting the b7 pawn. Again, I think at this point his position is completely busted. Um, there's not much he can do. He went king f8, he can't castle now. I took the knight just to avoid any trade on e5. We exchanged, and I took on b7. Now his queen is hanging, he needs to move his queen. Queen here. And now I attack his queen again. I attacked his queen again. And there's very little he can do. He went knight here. Now, by this point, I've used very little time already. I think I started with 30 minutes and I had 32 minutes by this point. And the position is so easy for white to play that you really don't need to think much. Now, I played knight g4. Now I'm threatening knight b5. I'm threatening knight here. Actually, I'll just show you the threat. Let's say he makes a nothing move. I can go here. If he takes this, I win his queen. So wherever he go, I win that. And this also defends my bishop. So that's a sample variation. And he can't take this with a knight. And if he moves his queen, oh, actually he cannot move his queen, it's trapped. The queen itself is trapped, cannot go anywhere. All the squares are taken. So that's one of the threats. And he took a long time here to come up with a move, and he played a6. I think he was thinking I'm threatening knight b5, but what my actual plan was and what I did was I wanted to play queen f3. I think queen f3 is better than knight c6 winning his queen. Now I'm threatening checkmate, and he has to stop the checkmate. He moved king there. That's this is just a sorry position. He cannot really do much. I took there and king h7. Now I was almost certain that this is a mating plan, and I knew it is. So if I go here, I'm threatening checkmate in one. So he had to go knight at 5, f5. I go here, and then this would be checkmate. But I did not. I just went for concrete material advantage. I I wasn't calculating very well these days. It's just it happens that some days you're not calculating very well. So I just went for concrete material advantage, two piece up endgame, and I just converted it. Just made some lift for my king, so there's no tricks whatsoever. And now he's just losing, and now he just got his rooks forked as well. So I'm attacking both the rooks. Can't do much about it. He needs to let me take one. And then this is just easy stuff. Now he's attacking this pawn, and I defend it tactically, which is a cute way to end the game. So he took the pawn, I took this. Now normally you would think that I am blundering a rook, but so if he takes, I take back, and then he takes this. So that didn't happen. I took, he took back, and now I went bishop f6 check. So if he moves his king, I take this with check. So he's losing this rook anyways. So he took my bishop, I took the rook, and now this is a very easy endgame. I can beat anyone in this position. So he plays on for a bit, and after a4 he resigns because he has absolutely no play, and this pawn will fall. There's no stalemate tricks either. I had 31 minutes on my clock, so he resigned here. A good game, but I think a lot to learn for people who play the advanced French. I think this is the critical moment. When I play bishop d3, this is the line. You do this, then you go here, then you go bishop d7. Now this is hanging, and the line actually goes this way. You sacrifice this pawn for some activity, and if they take this pawn, it's actually a very big mistake, because let's say they take, you go there, queen c7, this is pin, this is a problem, and a lot of times you have some knight f5 tricks in these positions as well. So this is the opening theory, and even if you're not doing this, you're going to what we did in the game. You let me take on c5 takes, and then now the move is knight a6. If you take, and now you can just castle queenside. I'm not sure people do that, but I think that might be it. You can castle queenside and then start an attack on the g file. So I think that's one way to play. I'm almost certain it is. So they don't give up the bishop for the knight. Also bishop is better than the knight. So I think white just makes developing moves. You can go b5, rook e1. Can't go rook e1 actually. You go b5, bishop e7, then you can go rook e1, or you can go bishop there and develop sort of, put your knight here or here, Normally, I've seen people put their knight on f1 and play bishop e3 when the bishop is on c5. So this way they get to take back with the knight and then get control of the f5 square if needed. So that's these are some lines. I haven't gone in detail with them, but some examples. Yeah, and this is just a tip for everybody. When you are developing or when you move your queen out too early, the queen is likely to get attacked. But queen b6 is a fine move. Just what happens afterward, that's not fine. So now if you see, I'm developing everything with tempo. And once I get my knight to d6, it's very hard. And I think there's a saying from Bogolyubov, I think, that a knight on e6 or d6 or e3 or d3 for white is as if like it's a pin in your knee or something like that. That's a saying from Bogolyubov, after whom the opening Bogo Indian is named. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, learned something, and if you enjoyed it and learned something or just looking at some of the variations I've gone through, and hopefully you're all doing fine in this terrible times, and hopefully I'll come back with some another of my games. Thank you. Bye bye.